Imagine, you're living in Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. You're less than 800 miles from Venice, Florida, and yet a world away. The only clean water available for miles around flows from a community well, and it just quit working. Mechanical parts and repair shops are nowhere to be found. Miraculously, the mechanical part is aboard Agape Flights Embraer 110 aircraft, along with 3,000 pounds of other needed supplies. Like every other week, the aircraft and pilots are scheduled to leave the Venice Municipal Airport early Thursday morning and will land in Haiti by midday. Help is on the way. We deliver to Port-au-Prince, Cap Haitian, and Le Cay, Haiti, Santo Domingo and Santiago, Dominican Republic, Eleuthera, Bahamas, and Havana, Cuba, as flights are approved. With the help of Agape's amazing volunteers, here's a glimpse into how it all works for just one flight. When mail and packages bound for our missionary partners arrive at the Agape Flights hangar, your personal delivery process begins. Our mailroom volunteers quickly get to work sorting the day's mail. There's an individual account number and mailbox for every one of our 300-plus missionary families. The mailroom also serves as the office of Agape's cargo manager and is a special spot for people to pray for our missionaries. As the packages arrive, Agape's box station volunteers receive, weigh, repackage if necessary, entering all the information into the computer system that tracks the boxes, and then finally sort the packages for the upcoming flight. Once the week's final load is determined by Agape's cargo manager, the inventory, mountain of paperwork for the cargo manifest, communication to the missionaries, and preliminary flight paperwork begins. On Wednesday afternoon, the loading process takes place, determined by the flight plan and aircraft weight and balance. And finally, when the plane is loaded with all the non-perishable items, the loading crew faithfully prays for the contents to be a blessing to the recipients and used for God's glory on the mission field. On the other side of the hangar, it's a full-time job for our aircraft mechanics who keep our Embraer 110 and Chieftain aircraft in excellent condition. Aviation is extremely expensive, but when you're on the mission field, you'll more than likely say having the service you need is priceless. A bit more behind the scenes, Agape's financial services staff tracks the week's flight expenses and accounting associated with over 300 missionary accounts, and the related $1.75 per pound shared shipping cost, while Agape's development team celebrates and serves over 1,000 donors who contribute $1 million each year to make all of these flights and ministry possible for you. It takes all of that and more for each one of the 60 mission flights a year to carry up to 32,000 pieces of mail and 200,000 pounds of supplies. Agape's qualified mechanics and pilots with a heart to serve begin their mission flight day early, arriving at the hangar to check the final flight paperwork, weather, pull the aircraft out of the hangar, and complete the final pre-flight checklists in preparation for takeoff. When the mission flight lands at your airport service location, missionary co-ops serve as another important part of the delivery system. Agape pilots are met at airports throughout the islands by affiliated missionaries who serve as the distribution network on the ground. It's then in the hands of Agape affiliates that the transformation begins. Building supplies become homes, churches, and schools. A water pump provides clean water for an entire community. Bible and teaching materials become resources for discipleship. And medical supplies in the hands of a nurse or surgeon save a life. Imagine with us a world where missionaries never lack resources to share the unconditional love of Christ.